Okay, the rules are very simple, so pay attention. The task: blitz through as many statements in 30 minutes. The panel will give their opinions on each statement, but they will have to work together to agree or disagree on the statements before moving on to the next. Your panel for episode 2. From the Buckeye State, the Liberator, Travis Fowler. From down south, in the UK, the Chrome King, Chris McCarthy. From the 70s Newtown, via Wales, the President, David Lloyd. Welcome to the run-in.
I wholeheartedly agree with this, especially in the wrestling collector realm. There are so many other cards, independent cards, trivia cards, Wrestling All-Stars, for example, where they don't fall into that definition of pack pulled. And because they're pack pulled, you and I could make a card and print it up and hand it off at an independent show and then say, hey, this is the first card. And all we did was go to Kinko's and use a Photoshop logo or, portrait. And also, especially with gimmicks, like people change and they switch companies. We all laugh about the Topps AJ Styles rookie when that was nowhere close to his rookie. So I guess all in all, I just agree that there is no true rookie just due to the wide span of wrestling collectors and the availability of cards that are exclusively within the wrestling collectors, not just pack pulled stuff like the big three sports of baseball, football, basketball.
It's a tough one. I'm kind of on the fence on this one a little bit because I like rookies. I like collecting rookies, especially in wrestling. But yeah, the word true, I guess, is very. You can just say this is the true rookie and ask for that extra premium. So I guess I agree that there is no true rookie. As Trav said, you could just produce your own card and say this is a true rookie. They've never had a card. So yeah, I would agree with it.
So I completely disagree with this statement. Psych, of course I agree to it. I've been on on CSR continuously for a year. I've been even before that for about 2 years, maybe 3 years, spouting the fact that should be no true within the hobby, not just true rookies, true collectors, true anything. The first part of it really is the fact that I see it as a way that people use in order to really say that they've got something that is special, more special than someone else. So for example, right, if someone's got a pack pulled, what everyone believes within the hobby is actually the rookie card, that is the rookie card, and then they've got some kind of Canadian card that is 10 years earlier, and they're saying, well, that is the true rookie, that is the one. What you have got is not the rookie card. What I have got is the true rookie card. I think that is a load of bollocks. I do not like it. I do not think it has any place within the hobby. The second aspect of it, which I think really got surfaced more by P-Bear on CFP, the Card Foundation people, please go and listen to that. So when he made a really good point, and he said that people use it for monetary gain. And I completely agree, right? So someone will say, well, what you believe is the rookie card is not. I have what the true rookie is, and it is a marketing ploy in order to make extra money. So instead of paying 50 quid for a rookie card, you're then $50 for a rookie card, you're then paying 150, 200 dollars for a card that is believed to be the true rookie. And I just think that is so wrong on so many levels. I don't believe that rookie is best placed within the hobby either, really. When I think of rookie, I think of a policeman or a cop, as you Americans would call them, or a fireman or someone in a sports team. I wouldn't necessarily say a rookie has any place at all within the wrestling world, and that mainly is due to the fact that some of the wrestlers have been going for 12, 15 years before even they get their first cards. Travis, you use AJ Styles as an example of this. 100% agree with that. The fact of the matter is, I don't believe it has any place within the hobby. I would like it completely eradicated. I do not believe that is ever going to happen. I think more so, and this is the point that I think I'd like to chat with Chris and Travis about further, is the fact that why don't we just all sit around with each other and then decide what we class as a rookie? Let's get rid of that title. True rookie, yes, and get rid of rookie, right? And actually say what the card is. It's their first appearance on a pack pool card. It's their first appearance in a magazine card. It's their first appearance on a sticker. Why can't we do something like that, guys? Why can't we be more explicit and more vocal about what the actual thing is without trying to label it under something that potentially it's really not?
I think you hit the nail on the head, David, with then it takes away that I have something special that you don't. And, that we can see that with MJF. MJF had a lot of independent releases prior to Upper Deck.
The lineman cards, right?
Yeah, lineman, like the Limitless cards.
Yeah.
Then, Sasha Banks had one like indie card that PSA like actually grades, which is odd for them to do indie card, but like, is that the true rookie? I don't know. Like, I don't think so, because it's like they printed it up and sold it just at the events. Not everybody had access to getting that. So how can that be a rookie? But to come back to what you said, I think a lot of people take too much pride in what they have. And because of that, you are diminishing their collection, their card, because they're all not special. And I also think if we were to go that route, we would, I know, David, you know this, but we would then fall down the comic book where you have, Gambit's first appearance is an annual because it got released a week earlier than Uncanny X-Men 266. And then now we're going by the dates of the release, and so that it just opens up a whole new can of worms. Well, Finest was released before Chrome, so that means the Rhea Ripley Finest is more than the Chrome because it was released 6 months early. Like, as much as I would like for there to be an answer, I think we would just be opening up a whole new can of worms, acknowledging, I don't want to say admitting, but acknowledging that, hey, this is a first magazine card. This is this, so forth.
It's a tough thing to do, right? Because you're then grouping it into sectors, and how do you then differentiate those sectors as monetary across the board, right? It doesn't.
Which is more important.
Yeah, exactly. Go on, Chris. Sorry.
Well, I was just thinking sometimes, like you said, there can be a card that came out way before, but the general like consensus is that this is the rookie card because this is the one that people want. I mean, if you take take Bret Hart, for example, with the 1987 Topps, that's the card that people see as his rookie, but he does have, a card that was a fair few years before that. But
is it a Canadian card?
It is a Canadian supermarket card, I think, but you know what I mean? I think there's a similar throughout a lot of people. I think Ric Flair's similar as well. Yeah. He's got a much older card, but it's just that like general consensus, what people want. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, that's just where I stand on it, I think.
I get your view there, and I get your view. There are other aspects of it that kind of is a bit of spanner in the works of my thinking. Is that if I look at the Hogan card with All Stars and so many of the people from All Stars, if you look at it, the face of what that actually is, it's a bootleg card, right? It's no one got paid other than people that made it. It wasn't licensed by anyone. But yet it's still classed as a rookie card across the board for so many. And that's where but why can't we just take that rookie symbol off right now? And I know that it can't happen, but why can't we try to work towards something that is more meaningful within the hobby, something that makes more sense potentially? I like when on the NXT side, when it's like their first NXT card and stuff like first appearance, stuff like that. I think that's more conducive for the people who are coming up through NXT who potentially have never actually had a rookie card before, who are green as grass and they're coming up through the ranks and they've never actually had one. But you can't look at the likes of like Kevin Owens and go, right, we're going to give you the NXT first card as well. You know, it doesn't work. Billy Cilio from Upper Deck, he didn't put rookie cards on anybody or their young guns on anybody. And that was just purely to the fact of his mind would blow trying to work out who's had what. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with no rookie cards across the board. I think potentially that then impacts financially how much those cards are cost, because there's nobody who can actually say, well, actually, is that their first rookie card or not? Is that their rookie card? Is that their true rookie card? It's a tough one. I agree with you, Chris. It's public opinion, a lot of it as well. Yeah. There is a consensus of what people want as being the first card, but I just I find it really tough. Regardless, I still completely agree with I regardless of where rookies stand in the world, and I think that is a slight tangent on the topic. Wherever they sit in the world and what we want to do with them, there is no true rookie in my opinion. Do you agree? Are we happy to agree on that?
I think I'm happy to agree.
3 thumbs up.
Well, this is aged terribly. So obviously we're on the cusp of getting Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson cards. Regardless of whether or not we're getting Dwayne Johnson cards, not Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson cards, just Dwayne Johnson cards. Regardless if we're getting them or not, my answer is still the same. They're not custom cards, because for me, a custom card is you have an idea and then you ask someone to make that idea for you, and that is the custom element. What Leaf do is a couple of things. So they make cards, so like the likes of Continuum, made to order cards, right? Here's a card. We're gonna, if you buy it, if you order it, we'll then make it for you. We'll number it for you. That could be a base card with nothing on it, an art card, or it could be a card with an autograph on it. But regardless, that's the made to order card. They also have products as well, right? They make products with base cards, autograph cards, and they make that product and then they sell that product. So this is all in line of what Panini and Topps do, right? With regarding Panini, they have Panini Instants, which are made to order cards, and then they have products which they sell out. The only difference with Leaf, and it purely really is the only difference, is that they do not have the licenses agreements. And if you think of them in the wrestling terms, they do not have the licenses agreements with WWE, AEW, TNA, or any other company. They just have an agreements with the person in order to get like their autograph, their picture, whatever. Is that a custom? No, it's not. It is. Is it thought about potentially as a lesser product? In my view, yes, it is, but it's not a custom. That's my answer.
Unless Leaf wants to sponsor us, they can pad the pockets and change my answer. But I do think they are custom cards. Reason being is I feel like they are a sticker autograph company that will pay artists to draw renditions of said wrestler, said baseball cards, to where it's essentially fly by the seat of their pants. They can't get any of the licenses. So, all of your baseball and football players do not have, the logos on the jersey. They use homemade, well, I don't know the proper term, but like fan photography for photos, because we've seen just some random pictures. And then when they can't do that, we've seen in the wrestling line where they almost went like the Diamond Kings route with the small cards, with the art. This year's Leaf were like caricatures. And so with that, I think that they go to these guys, say, hey, sign X amount of stickers. We're going to pay you for that. And then, well, what are we going to do with these stickers? Well, we've used this image 17 times before. Let's draw something, or let's do this. And then it's just a fly by the seat of their pants. Let's add some stickers and throw one good autograph in 17 cases, and then get stuck with King Haku. Sorry, King Haku, you'll kill me.
Or David Flair.
Or David Flair.
I would say the more and more that I've like got into sort of learning about cards and stuff, the more legit I've found Leaf to be. It's still not great, I think, in sports cards, especially with the no low, like they wouldn't be able to put this badge on. Do you know what I mean? It would just be a plain shirt, so it looks kind of lame. But in terms of how they operate, they seem pretty legit. They bring out legitimate products at retail. It's almost like a workaround, isn't it? So that they can get the product out there. And the way I see it, more products on the shelves, the better for everyone. So yeah, I think they are legit, to be honest.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's we're 2-1. We have to be really unanimous here. I mean, Travis, can we sway your argument? Anything? The only reason I say that they're not custom, I think there is an issue with
custom element.
I think, well, is there though? Because custom to me is made to order with regarding someone has come to them. They're not.
I think just the images is what I'm thinking is you got these drawn images that kind of comes across as a custom. You can look at the K-Gust customs that he's done the last couple of years, kind of similar. So that kind of strikes you as a custom, but
the
everything else about them.
But the element to me is not the design that makes it custom. Is that the mechanism of which they sell, or which they created, sold. That to me is the custom element.
Yeah,
and that's the breakdown of it, because everything they do, like made to order stuff and their products, other companies do exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
So there's no custom element in that. The only thing you guys are thinking that they're creating these some good but mostly crappy designs, but somebody is customizing those, but they're not selling it as a custom with regarding that nobody has asked for it specifically. Well, somebody might have. I don't know. Maybe, but to me, that I don't believe that is custom. But
I will secede on this, because maybe custom. You're right. They aren't custom per se, but maybe more fly by the seat of their pants, because 100%. They just don't they obviously have an idea of what they want to do, but I feel like they've got champagne taste on a beer budget. And what can we do to fly by the seat of our pants to get this out and get our stickers out? So per the verbiage, if I were to be an attorney, the verbiage of this, I will agree with you guys and say they're not custom, but we'll put a little like
Little
asterisk
asterisks next to
and be more fly by the seat of their pants to because Chris, you made a very valid point. Like they have a retail presence, so that's big. If they were only online or buy through their website, then we'd have a better argument. So
I do think a lot of it is the legitimacy side of it, because they just feel like a lesser product, and it's not necessarily. I mean, the product themselves, some of them are absolutely fantastic, but even that, with a lack of licensing from the actual companies that these wrestlers work for, it just feels, regardless on how amazing those cards are, it just feels like a lesser card.
Second tier.
Yeah, exactly. I do think some of their cards, especially for like Ric Flair that they've done, are much better than anything that Topps, maybe Upper Deck in the future, but definitely that Topps have ever done for Flair over the years. So I just think they have it feels like they're the upper end of the people that do not have any licensing agreements. They're in their own kind of tier bracket where they just, I can't see anyone challenging them for that title, really. But yet I cannot never see them ascending to getting those licenses either. So
never say never.
I don't know. They're just like in wrestling card purgatory, product purgatory. I don't know. It's just, it feels really strange with them. But we've agreed anyway, right?
Yeah.
So.
Whatnot. Where to start? I don't know. It's such a tough one because it's kind of down to the actual person. Do you know what I mean? Watching the shows, and it's down to the public if it's going to last. It's very, very hard to say. I think it's a great platform, or can be a great platform if used wisely. But it can also be dangerous, and we've had a lot of shenanigans, I'll say. Just look at like backyard breaks and all that kind of thing. It's a tough one because I think also as well, I don't want it to be a flash in the pan, because I think it's a good way for, just people buying cards just to move on some product and, free up some space behind you. And I personally, I've had good and bad experiences on Whatnot. I've picked up bargains because there's not many people in the streams, but then you kind of feel bad for the sellers. So if you're a seller and that's happened to you, does that then put you off? And I think we are starting to see a little bit of a decline in it. You might need to come back to me on this one. I might need a little bit more thinking time.
Wherever there is money to be made, that platform will exist. It's as long as there is that $1 to be made, regardless of how good or bad that platform is now, or it will be in the future, that platform will still exist. I think it's a good platform. I was very. The thing is, when it first came out, like most American applications, the UK didn't really have any kind of way onto it, to be honest. So now we are. So it's a difficult one for us, because you obviously have to have either an American mailing address or you pay through the nose to get it shipped over to the UK. If you go on the American Whatnot, we now have a UK Whatnot, where we have started to see a very big uptick in the shows that have been created with new, pretty much current product, maybe a bit behind, but I mean that we don't get the product for go live launches and stuff like that, but maybe a couple of weeks behind, but we do get that product. I think it's good. It's an evolving platform where the rules and regulations are constantly changing to, I think, that annoys the sellers a lot, because you need to conform to those changes, some that you agree with, some that you don't agree with, and I think that can be very frustrating for them. I think it will still be there. I don't think it's a flash in the pan. I think it will continue to grow. I don't think you can ever put it against eBay or anything like that, but I think it will continue to grow. The only thing I would say would be the other ones, because Fanatics, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah,
the
that's
tops. Yeah. So Fanatics Live, I believe it is, something like that. It's that's will obviously start and grow into more countries, and then they're going to get a load of the licenses for everyone else, especially WWE in the future. And ultimately, I think it's hard to say that they're not. It's a flash in the plan. I think it will still be here for a long years to come. It all depends. The people who own it might sell it, and then it might get. They probably sell it to Tops.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well.
It will get enveloped, maybe, but yeah, I don't know.
I will make an analogy to Las Vegas. You can have so many bad hits and bad hands and lose and lose and lose, but you hit that one, just wipes everything, and you're like, you know what? I don't even care that I've lost $700 in breaks because I haven't pulled anything. I just hit this autograph and I've made half of my money back. I'm on a winning streak. Like, it's
gambling and golf, brother. Gambling
exactly.
and golf.
Like, I think there will definitely be new rules and regulations and changes. And then, it's a cat and mouse game. They'll find new ways around those rules and regulations. But just like I said, gambling, all it takes is one time to change your luck. And then when you do that, you're all in. And I think it'll be here. And it's also, like Chris said, a good way to, especially on singles, if there aren't a lot of people in, you can definitely pick up, some set filler, some PC filler for next to nothing, cheaper than you can get on eBay, ComC, anything like that, just depending on what they have and that availability.
I'd like to get on to one more question before the end, because I know we're going to be pushing for time. So I think the easiest answer is we don't know, but it's not a flash in the pan.
I don't think it's a flash in the pan. Yeah, I think it will still exist in what it is by someone. If Fanatics don't buy it, then it will still continue under some other company. But yeah,
I don't think it'll be a flash in the pan either. We're just in the infancy, and there's baby steps right now. It'll catch its stride a little bit more here in a year or two. Agree. There's too many color variations, and there's 7 one-of-ones. Just a different color does not make it a one-of-one in my eyes.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like them, and I don't own any of them, and I don't see them as one-of-ones. Sorry.
Because it's a speed round right now, because we're running out of time, I'm going to agree, but there's a whole heart side of me that maybe that it does say on it one-of-one. There is some legitimacy of it being a one-of-one, but ultimately, I think the general consensus is in the hobby, and the amount of money that they actually do cost, the monetary value against them. I will agree with the gentleman as well. Yeah, Trav, sign us out with the agreement.
We have 3 thumbs up. We all agree that 1 of 1 VIPs are not true 1 of 1. Oh no, I used the word true. Valid.
No! You screwed us with the ending, Travis. No! Hello, everybody. So you can find us on the Squared Circle Relics podcast. Chris, myself, and Jamie, who's not currently here. In a future episode, you will see him again. We are on Facebook, so Squared Circle Relics podcast on Facebook. We're obviously on Instagram as well with little kids because we're down with them, and we're also on Twitter as well, CSR Pod. Please come and join us all. We are there.
Yeah, find me on YouTube, Cambridge Trading Cards, lots of open packs, boxes, hobby boxes, lots of videos. And yeah, on the Squared Circle Relics podcast as well, every 2 weeks on all platforms.
You can find me on social media, roaming around in various places, talking cards, comics, and video games. So check us out there, and we look forward to seeing you guys next week.